Join me as I draft and sew this beautiful strapped ashoke v-neck danshiki top. If you've been interested, let's dive in. Now I have my ashoke and of course my fabric. I'll go ahead and take the length of my top. Okay, it depends on your preference. All right, after that I am going to be taking the shoulder measurement where I have the mid shoulder to my sleeve. Okay, I'll be taking the desired measurement I want, and I'll come down by 13. I'll be subtracting about 7 inches. Okay, 7 inches minus 24, you know what that is. That's about 18 inches remaining. So after that, I will draw the 18 inches down and I will take my back neckline, which is 1 inches by 3 inches. Okay, I don't want any sharp edge, so I've gone ahead to the arm side area. I've gone ahead to make a curve. I've taken my shoulder slope of 1 inch, and then I am going to be cutting. Look at the curved area like I earlier told you. So now I'll be separating the front from the back. Since the front is a V neckline, now this depends on your preference, but I'll be going down by 7 inches. Remember, we have gone down by 1 inch before when we are cutting for the back neckline, so I'll just add 6 inches to it, making it 7 inches. Now this depends on your preference. Okay, so I'll cut it out. The next thing I'm going to be doing, I am going to be cutting a facing for it. Now I do not have enough fabric, so I have to merge two together. That's why you see me pinning this like so. I am going to be stitching it later together. Okay, then I'll be shaping it. Look at it. This is the facing for the front. I'll go ahead and cut the facing for the back as well, and then I am going to be shaping it as well. You want it nice and neat. Okay, that's actually for a client. Now there are two ways of achieving this ashoke v-neck straps. You can see what I'm doing, but this is just a fast way. I'll be doing the second one when we are sewing. Now this is the sewing process. What I will do, I'll go ahead and use the facing to turn both the front and back neckline. Be sure to serge the edges. Look at what I told you. So I'm joining this front facing. Remember I told you the fabric wasn't enough, so when I open it, it's like the V neckline already. So I'll use it to just turn the neckline. I've gone ahead to serge the edges. Okay, very important. So now I'll be serging it. I'll be sewing it like this. Okay, to put the facing in place. What I do for this, I'll do for the back as the front as well. Sorry. Now this is the front facing. I am sewing it. Some persons do not, they use the ashoke to turn it, but I prefer it like this. Okay, be sure to do it at your pace. To my subscribers, you rock. If you have any questions, kindly leave it in the section. So now I'm done. I'll go ahead and be notching that part because I want the V neckline to be as neat and clean as possible. Okay, so be sure to give it a good press. I'm just trying to arrange the neckline. Be sure to give it a good press, please, before you continue. Okay, be sure to give it a good press like I earlier said. Now I'll be folding it into two because we want to achieve the V neckline now. Okay, it's not much of a task. Please just watch closely. Okay, so now I'll be getting my ashoke. I'll pin it down because I don't want it moving. Very important, please. So I'll get my ashoke. The ashoke is folded into two. Now look at what I am doing. Look at what I'm doing. Make sure the mid of the top is touching the edge of the ashoke. Very important. Very important. Please watch closely. You understand what I'm doing. Okay, now this is what I'm doing. See, this is where my hand is. That is where the neckline is stopping. The V neckline is stopping. This upper part is where I have my shoulder. So I'll go ahead and cut. I love cutting in excess in case of necessity. Okay, that's where the shoulder stop is going to be. Now this is where the V neckline is stopping, and then I would make sure the mid of my top is touching the edge of the ashoke and the other side. Here I did it on purpose for you to see. It's not touching the edge, so I will shift it. Okay, see, now I have shifted it. It's touching the edge. Very important, please. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know in the section. All right, so now I will just go and take the line again. Now it's accurate, and I'm going to be stitching down. This is the center front. Okay, the center front is touching the edge of the ashoke, if that makes sense to you. So I'll go ahead and stitch down. Very important. Okay, after stitching, I'm going to be cutting out the excess. I'm just making sure, okay, so that it doesn't shift. So I'll go and stitch down. If you do not understand, you can replay the video again and you will definitely understand. Okay, thank you. So after sewing it down, I'll go and cut off the excess like I said earlier. After cutting, I'll open it and I am going to be pressing. Please make sure you press. This is an ashoke, okay? It's not an Ankara fabric. Make sure you press it. See how beautifully defined it is. If it's not touching like this, if the lines are not going like this, please know you've done the wrong thing. So I'll go ahead and press it. Okay, after which I am going to be attaching it to my already made V neckline. Remember, we used the facing to turn the neckline, so the neckline is very neat. We're just going to align the ashoke to read and stitch. Okay, we'll stitch the neckline, we'll stitch a bigger V. Okay, so I'm just pinning to secure it in place. Very important, please. So I'll go ahead and stitch like I told you. Then I'll stitch the other side as well, okay? You just lead up the stitching process. This is actually beautiful, you know. See how lovely it looks. The next thing I'm going to be doing, I am going to be joining the shoulders together, the front and back shoulders together. Okay, then I'll chop up the excess. Very important. Okay, please make sure you serge. Okay, after joining the shoulders, I am going to be serging so that your work is going to come out neat and beautiful, especially when you're selling it, okay, or when it's a client that owns it. So I'll go and hem the sleeve using 1.5 inches because I want the red design to show. You can even use 1 inch, is fine, but I'm using 1.5 inch. Since the ashoke is red and black, I want the red design to show. Okay, now you can also use your ashoke to hem the sleeve. Okay, but I just decided to leave it like this. Now remember, what I do for this sleeve, I'll replicate for the other sleeve. You see how beautiful it looks. Please be sure to give it a good press. Then I'll join together and I'll use 1 inch to sew. I will leave 4 inches. You could leave 5 inches is fine. Okay, just for a little slit. And then I am going to be stitching it to make it beautiful and neat. Okay, after stitching, I will hem. That's basically it. It's not much of a task. I'm just showing you how I'm going to be stitching it. Okay, I'll use the hemming allowance. So sorry. I'll use the hemming allowance to turn it, okay? To stitch it down. But I'll still be serging the rough edge inside. Very important, please. I'm just showing the process in case I have beginners here. Now see how neat it is. The next thing I'm going to be doing, I am going to be hemming, and that's all. Thank you. See you in my next video. Bye.